Good morning. Oh my goodness. Hi. Welcome in, folks. Welcome in. Good morning. Happy Thursday morning. Happy Thursday morning. Grand Rising. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Talking to myself. How are things going, folks? How are things going? Ooh. Hopefully things are going well for you all this morning. Great day to be alive. Great day to be alive. Getting these steps in, folks. Getting these steps in. Let's get started. Let's get started. Woo. I just came off of my spin day yesterday. Yeah. So the tip of the day is don't forget to help yourself. Yes, kind of sort of directed to the ladies. We love to help, nurture, be there for everyone else. Don't forget to help yourself, because a lot of us always say, we love helping others, and a lot of people are into, fields that are more social, helping people, social work, volunteering at places, just being a nurse, and that type of profession, CNA, all that good stuff, some of the medical professions, just helping people be better, live better, do better, protect their money, etc., whatever it is, helping people in some way, shape, form, or fashion for a great portion of your day, your job, etc. Yeah, don't forget to help yourself. Self-care is very important. Self-care is very important. Back on that again. And as always, self-care is very important. So don't forget to help yourself while you're out here helping everyone else outside of your family. And then, of course, within your family, of course, you're nurturing your children, you're helping them learn life skills, etc. Don't forget to help yourself all along the way. You have to be able, you have to be good for yourself, you have to be good in your mental, your physical, your emotional, your spiritual, etc., in order for you to be able to help someone. So, tip of the day, don't forget to help yourself. The daily to-do, also kind of sort of for the ladies, learn to accept a compliment. You look nice today. Thank you. Yeah, I just thought I'd put on a little makeup or something, etc. No, just thank you. It's good. Oh, that's a beautiful sweater you're wearing. Oh my goodness, I've had this thing for 20 plus years. No, just say thank you and move on. Thank you, smile, move on. Learn to accept a compliment. We're not used to that. Probably because we're so busy doing the first thing, helping other folks, and maybe we're not hearing when other people are thanking us or giving us a compliment. So nonetheless, learn to accept a compliment. Learn to accept a compliment. So let's get into it. So one of the things that I saw is that the House, Senate, whatever, they came up with some type of package, etc. And today they are hoping to get that passed as a continuing resolution so that the government does not get shut down on, I guess, Friday at midnight, or maybe a Saturday at midnight, I don't know, one of the two. And we're expecting more snow on Friday, so they want to get it done today, etc. So hopefully that may be happening today so that they don't have issues out there. And I think this one is supposed to last until March sometime, if it actually get passed. But nonetheless, it is what's happening out there. What else is on here? I put up a poll, and it's been 2 weeks ago that I put it up. Will debt reduction be a focus for you in 2024? 6 people answered. 83% said yes. 17% said no, that debt reduction would not be a focus for them in 2024. 83% said yes, that it would be. So yeah. And while I was writing that down, the thing that came into my brain was, you see a lot of reports, and maybe you read a lot of reports or hear a lot of reports about how much it's going to take for a person to be able to retire comfortably, etc. And in that particular sentence, comfortably is subjective. What does that mean for each and every one of us individually, based on what it is now and based on what it is we want retirement to look like? So a lot of moving parts within just that statement, etc. And of course, everyone's situation is different. What do you want it to look like for you? What do I want retirement to look like for me? And then you're here and see also 1 million will be enough so that you can retire off of, etc. Drawing out 4% each year. They'll have that figure there, 4% each year. and I'm thinking you have other stuff also into, or 4% of the money that you put into your retirement things, etc. In addition to the Social Security that most regular folks will be, getting. They say draw 4% from the from your retirement. Of course, if it's still in there, then it's still making money. They'll say 4%. Then some people, may say a little bit higher, etc. Depending. But I think the norm is like 4%. They say 1 million is enough, 2 million is enough to retire comfortably, 3 million is enough to retire comfortably. Every person's situation is different. What people want in retirement may be different, and that is another thing for people that people should consider. What do you want retirement to look like for you at the time that you are thinking about it? If you're thinking about it at 30, once you get 35, it may look a little bit different. Once you get 45 or 50, and maybe you have some of the things on your, this is what I want retirement to look like for me when I retire at whatever age it is. Let's just go with 62, 65, 67. Maybe by the time you're 50, 55, some of the things that you put on the list at 30 or 35 are already done, so you can take those off. And of course, you're reviewing these things every year, etc. So, to take that off and move to the next one, whatever it is. So what does it look like for you? And some of the things that people will come up with right off the top of their head, well, definitely I want to own my own home. Some folks may say I want to be debt-free. Or some people may say, if I don't own my own home, that's the only debt that I would like to have in retirement. It could be a whole host of things. I want to travel a little bit. So what does travel mean? We can go down a rabbit hole. Does it mean we're doing staycations in the state that we're in? Are we doing day trips to, bordering states, if that is the case? And how are we doing that? Is it just for a day? Are we staying for 3 or 4 days? Because there will be money involved in getting there, getting back, and any activities you do in there. And we have to keep in mind that if we are in retirement, we're not at a job, we're not going to a job, so we are not getting a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly check. We are living off of any retirement income that we have and any Social Security that we are due. So we have to keep that in mind when we're talking about spending the money. That is the money that you have that you have saved, and the money that the government is owed to you per the promise they made with regards to Social Security. So, like I said, some of those things we can think of right off the top of our head, what we want it to look like. So it might be a good thing. I did see this article of 6 things to do if you are nearing retirement, and it's from Charles Schwab. I'm not a financial planner, advisor, consultant of any type, financial, not a lawyer of any type. Charles Schwab, 6 things to do if you're nearing retirement. And nearing retirement is like within the next 10 years. What does it say on here? Ooh. First of all, like I just mentioned, when you are retired, there's no more, the job isn't there, no more checks from the job, etc. Just Social Security income and your retirement savings if you did any. So the first thing it says, find out where you stand. If you don't have a retirement plan, this is 10 years out per this article. If you don't have a retirement plan, create one, start one, do it right now. If you're coming off of 401k, do that. Roth IRA, traditional IRA, get information on those, get in the know, and start a retirement plan. If you have one already, then make sure that you are checking it yearly to make sure that it is working for you. Maybe you need to, move things around based on your age, a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more conservative, etc. All of that in between. But check to make sure that the retirement plan that you have also too actually works for you. Maybe the traditional is not good for you. Maybe you want to do the Roth one, which is after tax savings. After they've taken out all the taxes, whatever money you have, you put part of that money into a Roth IRA, that type of thing. Number 2, it says boost your savings. So put more money into your retirement plans that you have, 401k, Roth, etc. Put more money into those, and it gives a list of how much you can plus up on these things, and you can find that information on the website. That was number 2. Plan ahead for Social Security, especially if you plan to take Social Security at 62 or thereafter, or before before the government actually says this is the age that you can fully retire, etc. Depending on the year that you were born, you will know what your age is. It could be 65, 67, and I don't know whether they've gone beyond that yet or not, but stand by. Your government is always at work. So if you plan to take retirement at 62, then know that it will be a reduction in the amount that you get per month, etc. And can you manage that? Because once again, if you're looking at your budget, all the things that you have going on in your life, you will know whether you can take the money at 62 or not. Now, some people will take the money at 62 because tomorrow is not promised, and no judgment here or any place else. Do what works for you and your family. Do what works for you and your family. That was number 3. Plan ahead for Social Security. Number 4 was said, consider tax smart strategies now. Of course, the more sooner that you are saving for retirement, etc., the better it's going to be for you due to compound interest, etc. So, and also consider the particular tax vehicle that you want to use, traditional, Roth, the 401k, etc. All those things that are out there, a brokerage account, whatever it is, consider what method or methods are going to work for you. That's where you have to do your own research, get in there, find out the information, look at your situation, make a decision, and move on with it. That was number 4. Number 5, it says, get ahead on future healthcare costs. Of course, we know that healthcare is a major expense, probably the biggest expense in retirement, because people's health starts to decline. For some, possibly way before retirement, and some people have some things that are just genetic, ongoing, etc. And it is what it is. But definitely in retirement, if you have these things going on and you know what your costs and things are now, because kind of sort of plan for that to be the same and maybe a little bit more, because once you age, things start to break down, etc. And if they're already in a precarious state, then it may get a little worse as you get older. May not, etc. So being in the best of health, and I get it, anything can happen at any time, but do your best to get in a healthier state, talk about in a healthier state while you are much younger and can do the things that you can do. That does not mean that something may not happen, etc., due to your own fault or someone else's fault that may put you in a medical type situation. But nonetheless, it doesn't hurt to be in a good health state to begin with. But yes, the main point is medical expenses are normally a major expense during retirement. So make sure that you are planning for that. I don't know what the health savings accounts, of course I know they have, if you are at full retirement age, Medicare, etc., and all that stuff. So make sure you are looking at that, etc. If you're retiring before Medicare sets in, then you got to do something differently, pay out of pocket, etc. So make sure that you plan for that also in 2. And number 6 was start thinking about retirement income. And I wrote these down. Know your retirement income sources. Lists are always good. Of course, if you have been doing this for some period of time, all the accounts that you have a 401k with, traditional, brokerage accounts, etc., any and all things, who you have it with, all the contact information, phone numbers, maybe names if you are dealing with a financial planner or advisor. And that is something good for people to have also, and 2, if they can afford to have a financial planner at different points in their lives, etc. That is an expense also, but there are ways to do it to make sure that you get a good one that is going to work with you and what it is that you want and not what it is that they want, because sometimes they are trying to sell you something, but you can find out that information up front. If they are giving you information and then trying to sell you something, you will know that going in because you've done your research. And they should be advertising that also too. And then you may have the ones that will just give you financial information based on the information you give them at the time that you give them that information. And they are not trying to sell you something. So there's 2 trains of thoughts there. Make sure you pick and choose the one that works for you. What else? Take a close look at your expenses. Yes, goes back to the first thing. What all do you want to be doing in retirement? What do you want it to look like? Of course, if you still have debt, then and you decide to retire, i.e., no more weekly checks, no more job, etc., then you're going to have to be using if you're Social Security age and you're able to get Social Security at 62 or beyond, and your retirement savings, those are the places where the debt that you still have, the money from those places will be going to your debt, etc. So make sure you take a good close look at your expenses. If your goal is to not have any debt before you retire, then that's good. But you still have to look at your, food, clothing, and shelter expenses also. But if shelter, i.e., your house is paid for, then that is out of the way, of course, just the maintenance. So yeah, take a close look at your expenses. And then, of course, with expenses, not that this is an expense, but what it is that you want to do, in your life, like I mentioned before, or in retirement. What do you want to do in retirement? And also, the last thing they had on here under number 6, which was to start thinking about retirement income, is start planning your retirement income. Even while you're retired, and if you have retirement or had retirement savings, you still have them maybe out there in the stock market, so they are still gaining and losing and gaining and losing as it is. So make sure that you know how much you're going to spend, how much you're going to save, how much you're going to invest still, and make sure that you are staying on track of your retirement income as you go along. So yeah, that's it, folks. That is it. The 6 things you need to do if you are nearing retirement, and nearing retirement within the next 10 years per Charles Schwab. Everyone's situation is different. And yeah. Thank you for joining me here today. I do appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you already haven't. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate it. Take care.